Simon Surgeon.
Simon Gonsalves is preparing his team for surgery.
We're going to use a flexible sigmoid discovery.
First on his list this morning is a 55-year-old male rectal cancer survivor.
We're looking to go on to improve his quality of life by reversing his stoma.
The NHS waiting list in England has grown again, and this is exactly the sort of life-changing procedure that patients are having to endure lengthy waits for.
It's very important to patients. What we're trying to do is to ensure that this gentleman can then go on to live a normal life after his rectal cancer treatment, after surviving his rectal cancer treatment.
Are you happy that you understand what we're doing today?
Everything, yeah.
Diane knows just how important early intervention is. Her breast cancer was found in June and removed just weeks later.
I've heard horror stories and listened to other people, but this is my first experience of an operation. It's literally been so quick. I haven't had time in between to even think or worry too much.
Calderdale and Huddersfield NHS Foundation Trust has turned one of the longest waiting lists in the country into one of the shortest. And one of the ways it's managed this is by incentivising theatre staff to work at weekends. The Health Secretary wants to repeat the success that this trust has had with reducing its waiting list across the NHS. But the challenge is huge. England has fewer hospital beds, lower numbers of key staff, and spent less on equipment and buildings than other comparable health systems. The new Health Secretary is aware of the challenges. He's ordered an official investigation into the state of the health service.
The NHS is broken. The issues that we've been talking about during the election campaign, the waiting lists, ambulances not arriving on time, people queuing around the block to see a GP, not being able to find a dentist, all of that is evident.
But much of his ambition relies on an exhausted workforce to step up again. Describing the NHS as broken might not help. When the Health Secretary says the NHS is broken or wrecked, is that useful language for you?
What I see on a day-to-day basis is that we provide some really excellent services for patients, and we get feedback that tells us as much. There is a challenge with morale, but I think it's about focusing on how we can create safe work environments.
Diane's cancer has spread to her lymph nodes, and this, her second operation inside a month, will remove it. A national health service that, when it works properly, is saving and changing lives. Ashish Joshi, Sky News in Huddersfield.